يا غريب، واتقفلت الابواب، صار الغريب يلتجي من باب لباب. أمسى المساء يا غريب، واتفتحت الجراح، يا عين لا تدمعي علي جفاني وراح. سافر وخدني معاك، بفطر على دقاك، بصبر على الجوع ما بصبر على الفرقان. سافر وخدني معاك، بفطر على دقاك، بصبر على الجوع ما بصبر على الفرقان. والصبر أخدته معي، خبيته بعيوني، عفراق أهلي يا يما بالله لا تلوموني. والصبر أخدته معي، خبيته بعيوني، عفراق أهلي يا يما بالله لا تلوموني. يا كاتب الورقة واكتب حواشيها، سلم على البلد يلا أحبابنا فيها. يا كاتب الورقة اكتب ومليها، وسلم على الديري لأحبابنا فيها. سافر وخدني معاك، بفطر على دقاك، بصبر على الجوع ما بصبر على الفرقان. سافر وخدني معاك، بفطر على دقاك، بصبر على الجوع ما بصبر على الفرقان. جمال خدني معك، والله البعد حرقة، بصبر على الجور ما بصبر على الفرقة. جمال خدني معك، والله البعد حرقة، بصبر على الجور ما بصبر على الفرقة. أمسى المساء يا غريب،
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Y'all ready? Yeah. Philistine. Touchdown, Palestine. Y'all ready? Philistine.
Touchdown. Kama bawa hii
Touchdown, let's go, ayy.
Start the day feeling blessed, so I hit him, I connect. Then I go and cut the check, book the jet. Then it's touchdown, Palestine. Summertime, bring the gang down, Palestine. Summertime, ayy. Start the day feeling blessed, so I hit him, I connect. Then I go and cut the check, book the jet. Then it's touchdown, Palestine. Summertime, bring the gang down, Palestine. Summertime, ayy. Kiata B, they know I'm bout it. Inspiring my people by the thousands. Red, white, black, green, all over my outfit. Reppin' Palestine, more than DJ Khaled. I can never live to see him suffer. Shout us to Wahib, yeah. Linking up my brothers. They cannot oppress us. We know that God's above them. Feeding on my people, all the children, man, we gonna. Yeah, music for humanity, we kill it with a message. Do it for the family, I'm still forever reppin'. نتاج الحرية في بلاد العربية. Got the gang all with me and we rockin' that kafia on. Then we do the deb kick, let the drums bang. Then we hit up Al Quds on a Friday. Black boy in Philistine, that's the blessed thing. I'ma bring the east side to the west bank. Start the day feeling blessed, so I hit him, I connect. Then I go and cut the check, book the jet. Then it's touchdown, Palestine. Summertime, bring the gang down, Palestine. Summertime, ayy. Start the day feeling blessed, so I hit him, I connect. Then I go and cut the check, book the jet. Then it's touchdown, Palestine. Summertime, bring the gang down, Palestine. Summertime, ayy.
My people dying and the media is blocking us from seeing it and hearing it because they're bombarding us. Think about the refugees, that's what the departure does. We are targets and you are disregarding us. See, regardless of the pain, I'ma start it up. Me and J. Dean gon' start it up. I got all my Palestinians guarding us, and we only speak the truth, so pardon us. Got the kufiya on my headband, gotta represent, man. Hit up Times Square and we just dance. Hit the depka for the culture like I'm supposed to. Reppin' red, white, black, green till the death, man. Ta'al ma'i yalla, rahin ala Ramallah. Tryna go to Palestine, you know who to call up. Chi-Town, NY to the north side. If you ain't rockin' with us, you on the wrong side.
Start the day feeling blessed, so I hit him, I connect. Then I go and cut the check, book the jet. Then it's touchdown, Palestine. Summertime, bring the gang down, Palestine. Summertime, yeah. Start the day feeling blessed, so I hit him, I connect. Then I go and cut the check, book the jet. Then it's touchdown, Palestine. Summertime, bring the gang down, Palestine. Summertime, yeah.
Y'all ain't ready for this one.
Summertime, yeah. Touchdown, Palestine.
Hey, hey, hey.
Touchdown, Palestine. Got the gang.
Chi-Town.
Touchdown, Palestine.
Welcome to The Long Way Round. I'm Malcolm Byrne. I'll be your host for the next hour and 45 minutes or so, bringing you a musical rendition. I thought I'd let the music do the talking on this show. Unfortunately, Chris Hedges was meant to be our guest tonight, but due to various circumstances going on in the Middle East, he's become rather busy doing a lot of interviews. So he'll be on the show at some point soon in the relatively near future. But in the spirit of what we were going to do, Chris had sent me an album, as the music to accompany our interview, as we usually do. And the record that he sent me to listen to is called Lullabies from the Axis of Evil. And it's a pretty beautiful record. So I'm going to play a few tracks from that record. And my little byline, but all I'll say is, where there is tragedy, there's also great beauty to be found. The spirit of a people can never be broken. It's a track called Sad Soul, You My Destiny.
لالایی گویم و خوابت کنم من، لالا گویم و صد سالت کنم من، لای 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 لی لی لی. به خواب به خواب راحت و آروم جونو لالایی گویم
You're my
pleasure. Sleep, my child, through the night.
خوابت کنم من لای لای لا 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 گویم و 100 سالت کنم من لی 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 به خواب نور چشم روشن به خواب روی ماهت گلشن من لا لای 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 لا 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 گلم جونم لا لای لا 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 جونم عمرم لا لای 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 لای
Sleep, my paradise, my garden flower. You're the song of my life, sweet baby, my nightingale. Sing to my heart, sing the darkness away, far away.
لا لای 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 لا 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 گلم
You're my soul and my treasure.
عمرم
Sleep, my child, through the night. Sleep, my child, through the night.
دلول يبني يا الولد يبني دلول عدوك عليه وساكن الجول يبني اللون عدوك عليه وساكن الجون اللون اللون يبني يا الولد يبني اللون عدوك عليه وساكن
Sleep, my son, sweet child of mine, soft as summer breeze, calling your name. Don't be afraid. Sleep, my son, sweet child of mine, safe as rivers of tears are melting away into the breaking waves.
ديل اللون يا الولد يبني ديل اللون عدوك عليه لو ساكن الجو
Sleep, my son, sweet child of mine. See the restless soul in enemy's eyes, blinded by lies, left to feel the cold with no place to hide beneath the moonlit sky. Feel alone, feel alone tonight. Nothing bad can harm you. Feel alone, feel alone tonight. I am here to calm you.
ديل اللون يبني
To start off the show, we heard a track called The Night Has Fallen Down by Rim Bana, Palestinian artist. Second track we heard was one of my recurring favorite groups, Le Trio Joubran. The track was called The Trees We Wear. And the third track, the kind of more rap track, was called Touchdown Palestine by Wahib Nassan and Jay Dean. Then after that, we heard a few tracks from Lullabies from the Axis of Evil, the album featuring Masha Mahdad and Sarah Jane, something or other, called Sad Soul, You My Destiny, and Delelil, Sleep My Child. Sometimes it's best to let the young people speak. They can see the truth and speak the truth with maybe more clarity because, they're young. Here's an incredible young Palestinian artist from Gaza named MC Abdul with a track called Shouting at the Wall.
I'm exhausted. Last night I couldn't sleep, but when I did, I could hear bombs in my dreams. Nightmare situation. How could they be so evil, making martyrs out of children and innocent people? We expect the bombs, not knowing where next. Huddle in the corner of my room, trying to protect my little brother as the building shakes like it's possessed. But nothing stronger than the will of the oppressed. I bomb back with my lyrics and rhymes, living the times trying to break the Palestinian minds. What's hiding in the clouds hanging over my head? My dad risks his life outside to buy bread. The fourth war in my 12th year. At this stage I'm numb, though I haven't feel scared. There's nothing I can do in this case to stay safe. I'm brave, even though this house could be in my grave. I want freedom for the population. 2 million prisoners living in this location, shouting at the wall, but nothing is ever changing. That's life under an occupation. I want freedom for the population. 2 million prisoners living in this location, shouting at the wall, but nothing is ever changing. That's life under an occupation. Mothers mourn, fighting with grief. White sheets cover bodies that lie on the streets. Buildings turn to ash, but my mind is made of steel. So it doesn't take much for me to heal. Won't lose the will to live or lose our minds. My auntie lost her home, so she lost her life. But she is still alive, but traumatized by the bombs that flew in and dropped that night. My sister couldn't sleep, tried to stop her cries. I said it was fireworks, I was telling her lies. Where's the compassion? This is heartless. It's like they want us all living in darkness, cutting off water and electricity for hours. They're knocking towers, but that's not knocking the power that I have in my pen. When I'm writing, I'm unstoppable. The microphone is the only escape possible, cause that's the way that I can speak my mind. I wonder, how does the fighter pilot sleep at night, knowing he can turn the city upside down all of a sudden, slaughtering families with the push of a button. I want freedom for the population. 2 million prisoners living in this location, shouting at the wall, but nothing is ever changing. That's life under an occupation. I want freedom for the population. 2 million prisoners living in this location, shouting at the wall, but nothing is ever changing. That's life under an occupation.
Save the world. I remind them that the pen is greater than the sword. Don't stop trying, we all humans in God's eyes. Education we defend is gonna save the world. Save the world, save the world, inshallah. Yeah. Education is not just some privilege or right that every child deserves. Is God given that right come under threat? It must be defended. You think Allah will see what you're doing to His children? Who's been held accountable? Who's in charge, mister? These kids ain't got nothing to do with y'all business. You should be building more schools in our prisons. They bomb, but saying even make news in y'all city. He could have been a scholar, he dealing with different problems. Missile hit his home and crushed and killed his barber. We should be playing soccer or meeting up by lockers. He wanted to be a doctor, but he don't have those options. I remind him that the pen is greater than the sword. I remind him every time it's greater than the sword. Education we defend is gonna save the world. I'm dreaming we coming together to save the world. I remind him that the pen is education has been activated. It's not random, it's intentional, it's calculated. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't aggravated. I ain't smiling cause I ain't happy. Know how many times I pray for peace and peace ain't happen. Still get on my rug and pray for peace, still gotta take actions. People held responsible for their actions. Until then, we gotta stay active. We need change, that change needs to be data driven, accurate, comprehensive, and since we the victims, we deserve a voice in day-to-day decisions, and we can dig these generations out these grave conditions. I remind them that the pen is greater than the sword. Remind them every time it's greater than the sword. Education we defend is gonna save the world. Dreaming we unite together, save the world. I remind them that the pen is greater than the sword. Don't stop trying, we all humans in God's eyes. Education we defend is gonna save the world. Save the world, save the world, inshallah.
فيضان في شتاء ناس تتخبى في ثلوج وهواء نلغي طلعات بكيت منفعش جيب كم حبة دوين بدنا صحبة الفا يروح ما بعد الروح ايش اغلى تحت تروح بنكمل رحلة قد ما تحد ذنوب محسوب لك قد ما تهد بيوت راح
طلع القلب نص الورشات في من صحوبي كوكب كبسات ازمل رمضان وعدوا للبيت لا تحسن جوك 4 حبات و7 بالزيف بوع بقوم وغاب والحباب لساني بيسلخ كانه يمين كلكو بالصوت اذا غبنا هش ولا صوت اذا نعرج نحكي بس في وصول في فصول الشعب العربي تحول اول تاني عيش بتهبل قلبي حشر كله وتفزر الله وحده عارف شو بطحن طوحن قابض ضلك عالصومت خابط كسر الظابط
فيضان في شتاء ناس تتخبى في ثلوج وهواء نلغي طلعات بكيت منفعش جيب كم حبة دوين بدنا صحبة الفا يروح ما بعد الروح ايش اغلى تحت تروح بنكمل رحلة قد ما تحد ذنوب محسوب لك قد ما تهد بيوت راح تبنى
بحب زيتون المست صح ليش الناس تحبها بتغدركش ولا كيك ان الناس تعبانه كتير بتتعب صاحبي خطير على 12 بطل يحكي صاحبي حب شعره كتير بطل يحلك تشتي الدنيا تسكي في الاخضر ولا بطل يحلك هتتماسك امل تفرق قصه طرمه بطل تفرق في النهايه كله رايح فلنحارب حتى نفلك هو الصوت في اداء نيكلور مين هاد رمضان ما بتجيش ببلاش طوفون فيضان في زجاج يتناثر بكورولا بيضة نتكاثر قديش الدنيا
فيضان في شتاء ناس تتخبى في ثلوج وهواء نلغي طلعات بكيت منفعش جيب كم حبة دوين بدنا صحبة الفا يروح ما بعد الروح ايش اغلى تحت تروح بنكمل رحلة قد ما تحد ذنوب محسوب لك قد ما تهد بيوت راح تبنى
وردة في جنينة عطشانة برعوها وحيدة من وحدة دبلانة
La 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 الكل بتطلع علي تقول انا عامل ايش حاسس حالي برج خليفة اعمل ايش بدل ما الكل يلتهي بحياته ويعيش يلا غنوا معاي يلا نعيش لا 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 اعمل ايش لا 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 اعمل ايش لا 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 لا
عيش يا بابا وعيش يا بابا عيش وافرد جناحك غيرك انك تفرد وعيش يا بابا وعيش يا بابا عيش ما تتمسك في حلمك تمسك ما ترخيش شو طويل الطريق شو طويل الطريق ابرز نيابك تبرز مخالبك تقدر تحمي الطيب اللي فيك شو جميل الطريق شو جميل الطريق اوقع اوقع فك تياب ارجع لي جديد
لا 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 اعمل ايش لا 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 اعمل ايش لا 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 لا
عدد على عدد كل يوم عم بنزيد شو فايدة الكترة والحرية مش بالإيد من يوم ما وعيت وأنا بنت هاي البلاد بكا أطفال وبسمة ولاد الأرض ثوبها أسود خيم علينا حداد بطلنا نعد أحياء صرنا نعد أموات وأنا بقول بكفي عاد بدي أمسك قدري بكفي عاد فهمي ومش فهمي عايشي ومش عايشي البحر ميت أنا وحدي طايشي مهتمي ومش مهتمي عارفي ومش عارفي طريق طويل أنا لساتني بمشي بكفي عاد بكفي عاد بكفي عاد وانا ماسكي قدري بكفي عاد بكفي عاد بكفي عاد وانا ماسكي قدري بكفي عاد من عم بيعد من عم بيشد من كياني عم بيحاول انه يحد مين عم يكتر ومين عم ينقص من مصلحته انه الانسانية تفلس من بيعمل مصاري من هادم داري من بهالحياة عم بحدد مصاري من قطع وصالي من بعد احبابي من إله الحق ينهب لي حلالي ومالي مين متحكم ومين متحكم اسمع صوت الأرض بتقوله بتتكلم مش أصلا إحنا للأرض ومن الأرض إحنا مش أصلا إحنا للأرض مش الأرض إلنا مش أصلا إحنا للأرض من الأرض إحنا مش أصلا إحنا للأرض مش الأرض إلنا بكفي عاد بكفي عاد بكفي عاد وأنا ماسكي قدري بكفي عاد بكفي عاد بكفي عاد وأنا ماسكي قدري بكفي عاد بكفي عاد بكفي عاد وإنت أحبابي حيعودوا عاد بكفي عاد بكفي عاد بكفي أرجع البسمة لهالي ولاد بكفي عاد 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 بكفي عاد
Before that break, we heard a track called Enough by Maisa Do from the album Between City Walls. Before that, we heard Ram Nafar and Tamir Nafar with Ismail Ech from the album Ishmael Esh. Before that was Ramadan featuring R3D and Sabjid from the album R3D. And a couple of fantastic tracks from a young Palestinian living in the tragedy of Gaza. A track called Shouting at the Wall by MC Abdul from the album Shouting at the Wall, and the song The Pen and the Sword, where he talks about the value of education. Can't argue with that, can we? Here's a track called Palestine from Ministry of Dub key.
على هذه الأرض ما يستحق الحياة، رائحة الخبز في الفجر، تعويذة امرأة للرجال، غيم يقلد سربا من الكائنات، على هذه الأرض سيدة الأرض، أم البدايات، أم النهايات. كانت تسمى فلسطين، صارت تسمى فلسطين، فلسطين.
Told the soldier to relax, kicking us out of our homes, but they know we taking them back, yeah. Rode a heifer in a Tesla, immigration to the trap. Got Edward Saeed in the front, with Bella Hadid in the back. وقت يدها بلا هبلا, hopping the whip to the bellas, bumping Fados and we repping the 970 all the way from Nablus to Jerusalem. Gotta get used to him. Jacob was saying if I don't steal it, someone else will. But you still won't take him for his word, and I'm tired of watching all the blood spill. Yeah. Rode a heifer in a Tesla, told the soldier to relax, kicking us out of our homes, but they know we taking them back, yeah. Rode a heifer in a Tesla, immigration to the trap. Got Edward Saeed in the front, with Bella Hadid in the back. Elvis marié, je l'ai rencontré la veille. Je fais que bosser, je vois même pas le soleil. Je suis en train de lever de l'argent dans la baie et je signe le deal en terrasse à Marseille. On the grid, that's disrespectful to my people, huh? They act like we don't wanna live, but no, we wanna be his equal, yeah, yeah, yeah. Rode a heifer in a rode a heifer in a Tesla, immigration to the track. Got Edward Saeed in the front, with Bella Hadid in the back, yeah. In the bando whipping automatic, got a lot of habits that I can't control. When I'm in Nablus, I swear to my mama I can't stop beating clever with the bros. I don't need pieces, I need to go back to my country and buy the whole city Ferraris. And once we get freedom, we all going back together. Remember, you call me a traitor. It's easy for you to say out in Connecticut. Way that I murdered a beat is illegal, so might as well go ahead, call me a settlement. Newest Arab on the scene, ولا كلمة أنا فريك. راكب سايق على البيت، جواز فرنسي باليمين، ماسك كاسي بالشمال، بدخل فيهم فلسطين. Montreal for the weekend, New York on the low. Next month in Morocco, then go to Cairo for a show, yeah. I wanna invest in my people, I wanna invest in the land. Said I wanna go back to Gaza, and I wanna lay in the sand, yeah. Rode a heifer in a Tesla, told the soldier to relax, kicking us out of our homes, but they know we taking them back for real. Rode a heifer in a Tesla, immigration to the trap. Got Edward Saeed in the front, with Bella Hadid in the back, yeah.
لسه جاي بعد ما خلص العنب ونبيد ونشف عالكوباية. لسه جاي بعد ما بدي التعب وقلبي بيتحملش بداية. لك لسه جاي بعد ما خلص العنب ونبيد ونشف عالكوباي إسا جاي بعد ما بدي التعب وقلبي بتحملش بداي إسا جاي بشالوا علبة سجاير وإيدي بتهمس في حشاي إسا جاي وليلي ونسي شكلي نهاري قرب عالنهاي إسا جاي بعد ما خلص العنب ونبيد ونشف عالكوباي إسا جاي بعد ما بدي التعب وقلبي بتحملش بداي إسا جاي بشالوا علبة سجاير وإيدي بتهمس في حشاي إسا جاي وليلي ونسي شكل نهاري قرب عالنهاي إسا جاي بعد ما تخبرت الرفوف والشمس غابت عن سماي والهوا وقف محله والشتاء مفروض هو جاي انتي جاي تيرارا تيرارا را 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 تيرارا را 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 تيرارا تيرارا را 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 تيرارا را 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 بكتارارا تيرارا را 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 تيرارا را 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 عزتارارا تيرا تيرارا را تيرارا را 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 تيرارا تيرارا را 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 تيرارا را 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 ما الهوا وقف محله والشتاء مفروض هو جاي انتي جاي إسا جاي بعد ما خلص العنب ونبيد ونشف عالكوباي إسا جاي بعد ما بدي التعب وقلبي بتحملش بداي إسا جاي بشالوا علبة سجاير وإيدي بتهمس في حشاي إسا جاي وليلي ونسي شكل نهاري قرب عالنهاي إسا جاي بعد ما تغبرت الرفوف والشمس غابت عن سماي والهوا وقف محله والشتاء مفروض هو جاي انتي جاي
On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. And up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell, and I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle, she showed me the way. There were voices down the corridor. I thought thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel Palestina. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. There's plenty of room at the Hotel Palestina. Any time of year, you can find it here.
تحت الرماني حبي حكاني سمعني غناني يا عيوني وتغزل فيا سمعني غناني يا عيوني وتغزل فيا سمعني غناني يا عيوني وتغزل فيا لكل أطفال الحجارة الذين ذاقوا المرارة لا تهابوا النار ولا تخشوا الجدار بل ثوروا كاتشي جيفارا وكونوا أنتم الشرارة أحييكم بحرارة إنكم أبطال بجدارة وكونوا أنتم الشرارة والثور كاتشي جيفارا لكل نساء النضال من الجنوب للشمال أنتن روح القتال شامخات كالجبال إنكن حاملات الأجيال قاومن وقت النزال لا تقبلن بالإذلال بل أنرنا درب النضال وكونوا أنتم الشرارة والثور كاتشي جيفارا لكل عمال كادحين وغيرهم من نازحين أنتم نور المظلومين هو الرمز الثائرين ثوروا على المضطهدين ارفضوا العيش المهين سكان قرية أو مدينة كلنا معا سائرون وكونوا أنتم الشرارة والثور كاتشي جيفارا والثور كاتشي جيفارا وكونوا أنتم الشرارة والثور كاتشي جيفارا
You're listening to The Long Way Round, and we're going into the second hour of the program, right on time. Before that break, we heard a track from Amal Murkus from the album Fatha Al-Ward. The track was called Che Guevara, great inspiration to freedom fighters across the world. Before that, we heard an interesting take on a Eagles song from Rola Asrar and Phil Halo from the album Hotel Palestina. The track was called Hotel Palestina. Before that, we've heard Faraj Suleiman, the track called Bad Timing, and Haifa and a Tesla from Saint Levant. And to start off that set, we heard Ministry of Dubkey with the track called Palestine. Here's a band who, if you listen to this show regularly, probably needs no introduction. One of the most outspoken rappers out there. Great rapper, but also extremely active in the human rights department. Low Key, with special guest appearance by Noam Chomsky. This track is called Soundtrack to the Struggle, Part 2.
You're listening to Soundtrack to the Struggle 2 by Low Key.
Thank you for joining us, Noam. In Optimism Over Despair, you say, it seems to me unlikely that civilization can survive really existing capitalism. Would you be able to explain that statement for us?
Really existing capitalism is what we can see described in the press day after day. We read that the major banks like JP Morgan Chase are increasing their investment in fossil fuels, including the most dangerous, like Canadian tar sands. And all of this is quite understandable on the assumption that the structure of our institutions is geared to maximizing short-term profit and power without regard to what might happen to the world in another 20 or 30 years. That's called capitalism, but we can't survive that.
Is it the economic system via the ecosystem? How we gonna define deep when the seas have risen? How can we define woke when our sleep's commission drowned out by cold brother bots? How can the people listen? Can't detoxify as we watch the sky fade to grey. The source devoured, corporate power killed the nation state. Sophisticated murder defined as innovation. Corporations wine and dine just to mine your information. 8 men versus humanity. Terrorist who? His search engine knows your thought pattern better than you. In an environment resentful, uprising is essential. The horizon is torrential. Think your silence will protect you, subject to propaganda that terrifies the slumbered. We can jeopardize their cover if we energize the numbers. Collectivize or die, protect your mind or suffer. Life is paradise to some and a paradise to others. In the eyes of a tired, retired fireman, knowing he couldn't help a child survive the frying pan. When we riot, we disquiet the Leviathan. Forget Iron Man, I've got an Iron Lion's diaphragm. My salutations to those with imagination. Doom anticipated, and that's no exaggeration. Your flag doesn't exist. Let me back up that statement. What happens to the nation if the Queen has a tax haven? Pushing these buttons, you don't need a brave heart. Run text, turn the Mediterranean to a graveyard. Paper wall will drive you crazy if you let it. Had a mother burying a newborn baby in the desert. What's commonsensical is sensible to question. What seems to be a lesson is intellectual repression. Rebel against the system that deprived you of a voice. Rebel against this hell while our survival's still a choice. Suicide cannibalize itself while the bank's treating fictitious capital like it's wealth. Your lurid lobby system means corruption is legalized. Privatized healthcare elsewhere. People died. Rebellion lives in all those that dream of a better way. Refuse to be brainwashed with false visions of yesterday. Choose to afflict the comfortable and comfort the afflicted. So many choose the opposite. Their spirit contradicted. Bring a child to the world where the future seems impossible. $5 trillion a year. Subsidizing fossil fuels. The truth was in their eyes, but you shrugged and just turned your back. I watched the family beg for help while they're flat turned to ash. Apocalypse now. We saw our future in that damn building. CEOs loving profit more than they love their grandchildren. We saw our future in that damn building. CEOs loving profit more than they love their grandchildren.
Not to be concerned about the future of their grandchildren. Well, you have to put yourself in the position of, say, Jamie Dimon, the CEO of the biggest bank, JP Morgan Chase. As CEO, he has essentially two choices. One choice is to do exactly what he's doing. Invest direct investments to the most profitable outcome. If it happens to be the most dangerous fossil fuels, do that. The other alternative he has is to resign and be replaced by somebody else who'll do the same thing. But this is an institutional problem, not an individual one.
Frontex turned the Mediterranean to a graveyard.
Frontex turned the Mediterranean to a graveyard. Frontex turned the Mediterranean to a graveyard. Frontex turned the Mediterranean to a graveyard.
Intestines, shattered hopes and dreams adorn the floor. The face behind the screen has seen it all before. And the worst thing about it is there's more in store. Just another sacrifice to the lords of war. The royal family sell guns. The royal family sell bombs. That kill the world's poorest people. The government sell guns. The government sell bombs. That kill the world's poorest people. Sacrosanct march of industry. The sacrosanct march of industry does such strange things to people. The spectatorship of suffering. The spectatorship of suffering does all such strange things to people.
Imagination alive, cute as could be. You could see the gleam of mischief in her eye. Carrying a kite to try and find a place where it could fly. Hovering not far, she saw what was a spaceship in her mind. Too young to really understand exactly what the buzz meant. Bread and water every day, other than that she's unfed. Pressure applied diplomatically to stop aid. Reality enforced by the air and naval blockade. Back to her. Through her blood flows Qahtan, ancient civilization, but its status has lost charm. She found a place to fly a kite in the soft calm. Some will say that her life was in God's palm. She heard her mother call, saw her brother fall. Didn't realize quick enough, stumbled from the sudden force. Flicker and a flash to the horror scene of death. And this is what happens when technology meets flesh.
Intestines, shattered hopes and dreams adorn the floor. The face behind the screen has seen it all before. And the worst thing about it is there's more in store. Just another sacrifice to the lords of war.
A caravan in Nevada, he sits twiddling a control pad, taking down coordinates, scribbling in his notepad. When he sweats, the headphones itch and irritate his eczema. Watching scenes on the screen as they enter through his retina. Sick of his life, his wife and his job cause it kills. Sick of his father, sick of debt from the hospital bills. Childhood of computer games that learned him in murder. He wonders if he's better off serving up burgers. A small part of him loved watching death from a distance, but that feeling numbed the way through monotonous repetition, merely going through the motions. Like the robot that he operates, depersonalized murder, victimless violence. For the modern ages, cold stare and tap of a button. Takes her only life, instantly regrets but watches on as she slowly dies, grotesquely intertwined via the screen that he stares through. A kite floats away, but we will never know where to.
What fools we are to live in a generation for which war is a computer game for our children and just an interesting little channel for news items.
Oh Lord of war, how do you sleep? Oh Lord of war, how do you sleep at night? Oh Lord.
Intestines, shattered hopes and dreams adorn the floor. The face behind the screen has seen it all before. And the worst thing about it is there's more in store. Just another sacrifice to the lords of war. The Lord lives in the third dimension, far from the theatre. Every now and again, whimpers of the carnage get nearer. Sometimes in his dreams, he sees the harm in disfigured like Dorian Gray. Can't see his moral scars in the mirror. Cognitive dissonance suppresses his pangs of conscience, rationalize it away. Everybody has their monsters, but he is not everyone. He is a parasite of life and carries within him a selfish song never sung. Believes he loves his children. Is he capable of love? Lord of the machines that reign Satan from above. Will they justify what daddy did or hate him as they must? Realize their bread and butter, their faces in the dust. As the sights locked on her, he loosened his suit and tie. As he sighs, balls of fire were shooting off to a riot as she died. He ordered fruit juice with some ice. A kite floats away, he admires the blueness of the sky. Oh Lord of war, Lord of war, Lord of war, Lord of war, Lord of war. This is for Palestine, Ramallah, West Bank, Gaza. This is for the child that is searching for an answer. Wish I could take your tears and replace them with laughter. Long live Palestine, long live Gaza. Palestine, Ramallah, West Bank, Gaza. This is for the child that is searching for an answer. Wish I could take your tears and replace them with laughter. Long live Palestine. While we listen to tunes made by ignorant fools, Israel blocked the UN from delivering food. They bring in the troops and you won't even glimpse of the news. They make money off the products that we're quick to consume. And it's not simply a question of differing views. Forget emotions, this is facts. What I spit is the truth. Makes no difference if you're a Christian or if you're a Jew. They're just people living in different conditions to you. They still die when you bomb their schools, mosques and hospitals. It's not because of rockets, please God, can you stop this all? I'm not related to the strangers on the TV, but I relate, cause those strangers could have been me. Words could never ever explain the raw tragedy. It's not a war, they're just murdering more rapidly, and we are automatically supporting pure savagery. Imagine how you feel if this was your family. Sing it with me now. Free, free Palestine. 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 Palestine remains in my heart forever. We stand for peace, times of war. We shan't surrender. Remember, it didn't start in this dark December. Every coin is a bullet if you're Marks and Spencer. And when you're sipping Coca-Cola, that's another pistol in the holster of them soulless soldiers. You say you know about the Zionist lobby, but you put money in their pocket when you're buying their coffee. Talking about revolution sitting in Starbucks. The fact is, that's the type of thinking I can't trust, let alone even start to respect. Before you talk, learn the meaning of that scarf on your neck. Forget Nestle. Obama promised Israel 30 billion over the next decade. They're trigger happy and they're crazy. Think about that when you're putting Huggies nappies on your baby. Now, free, free Palestine, 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 free, free Palestine. This is not just a war over stolen land. Why do you think little boys are throwing stones at tanks? And we'll never really know how many people are dead. They drop bombs on innocent girls while they sleep in their bed. Don't get offended by facts, just try and listen. Nothing is more anti-Semitic than Zionism. So please don't bring bad vibes when you speak to me. There's plenty of rabbis that agree with me. It's your choice what you do with this message, don't get it confused. I view this from a human perspective. How many more resolutions have to be violated? How many more children have to be annihilated? Israel is a terror state, they're terrorists that terrorize. I testify my television, televise them telling lies. This is not a war, it is systematic genocide. But whatever they try, Palestine will never die. Now, free, free Palestine, 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 Ramallah, West Bank, Gaza. This is for the child that is searching for an answer. Wish I could take your tears and replace them with laughter. Long live Palestine, long live Gaza. Palestine, Ramallah, West Bank, Gaza. This is for the child that is searching for an answer. Wish I could take your tears and replace them with laughter. Long live Palestine, long live Gaza.
For that little break, we heard, the first track we heard was Soundtrack to the Struggle 2 from the album Soundtrack to the Struggle 2 by Low Key featuring Noam Chomsky. And we also heard Lords of War by Low Key featuring Kaya. And then we heard one of my favorite tracks. I've played it many, many times on this show. Another Low Key track called Long Live Palestine. And to finish off that set, we heard Today is the Day by Hazy Noir from the album Today is the Day. As we were just taking that little break, I got a text send out from JVP, which I am involved with. JVP is Jewish Voice for Peace. And JVP says, everyone out, support or attend actions now. American Jews say, ceasefire now, stop genocide of Palestinians. A week of actions in Washington, D.C. So on Monday, October 16th, from 12 to 6 p.m. At Farragut Square in Washington, D.C., and then on Wednesday, October 18th, from 11 till 5 p.m. at Capitol Hill, location to be announced. But if you go to the jewishvoiceforpeace.org website, you can find that information. It's very important that we all get together to stop hate and try and work towards peace. We all have a responsibility. We can't choose sides and stick our heads in the sand, is what I always say. And as Roger Waters has said on more than one occasion, read, and then do the right thing. I'm a big fan of Katie Halper. She hosts her own show, Katie Halper Show, and also Useful Idiots, usually featuring Katie Halper and Aaron Maté. And today she posted something. She'd done an interview with an Israeli teenager who survived the Hamas attack. And I'm going to try and interpret this. It's about 9 minutes long, and I'll do my best to, because I'm reading off the script that she's saying. She's speaking in Hebrew, but I'm going to read to you what this young 19-year-old resident of Kibbutz Be'eri has to say. I'm 19 years old from Kibbutz Be'eri. The worst thing, aside from hearing all of the names of the deceased, the missing and the unaccounted for, and those taken captive, was not lying in the dark in a bomb shelter. It wasn't hearing gunfire. It wasn't even the real-time messages received from my fellow kibbutz members. People I've known since I've known myself, begging for help, and no one came. The worst thing for me, aside from the deceased, those held captive and those who were abducted, was the moment that we exited our home and I was in the dark. I was barefoot and I stepped on shattered glass. And I saw the faces of my neighbors, filled with fear, absolute terror. I saw the faces of those I've known for as long as I can remember, in a way that I had never seen them before, in tears. People whom I grew up with, filled with fear. And wandering around here, I only just got here to the Dead Sea. Wandering around here, seeing the faces of my fellow kibbutz members, attempting to get up in the morning, to hang in there, to smile once in a while. Each in their own way. The hardest thing is to pick myself up every morning. And it hasn't been a lot of mornings, but each one has been an extremely difficult challenge, just to pick myself up. What happened to us was appalling. But there's something that is very important for me to say. What happened to us was nothing new. It was only worse. We've been neglected, abandoned for years. Do not point at the Iron Dome as a solution. Do not point at the soldiers. That's a Band-Aid. Someone's dying and you bring them a Band-Aid. Shameful. We've been talking about this for years. For years they've neglected us. This is where this originated from. This was not new, only worse. And this was not the only thing that was nothing new, only worse in this war. I'm trying to find the words, but honestly it's quite difficult, with all the anger and grief welling up inside me right now. How am I supposed to get up in the morning? Citizens of Israel, politicians, residents of Israel and abroad, I don't care who hears this. Listen to me carefully. How am I supposed to get up in the morning knowing that 4 kilometers away from Kibbutz Be'eri, in Gaza, there are people for whom this event has not ended? For me, it was over 12 hours because there was a place to hide. I'm at the Dead Sea. Speaking of revenge should be ashamed. There's a lot of pain, that is true. I myself, after everything that I've been through, keep losing so much energy every time I heard the word revenge. For people to go through what I went through and not have anyone to extract them, it cannot be. It cannot be. And no, they ask us all the time, do you think you'll go back to the kibbutz after this to live there? Without added protection, without additional soldiers? Don't offer up soldiers or protection. Talk to me about a political solution. For years, we've been asking for a political solution. I'm 19 years old. I have friends who have fallen on the battlefield as soldiers over the past few days. When they were in kindergarten, they knew what they wanted to do in the military. Am I to raise my own children like this? Shameful, disgraceful. Am I to raise my own children and ask them when they are 5, sweetheart, what do you want to do in the military? How much loss, how much can one endure? We, those of us who survived, are living and walking proof. And believe me, if you are hearing this, that we, And believe me, if you are hearing this, it can be a whole lot worse. It can. In my perspective, and this is the most important thing for me to say now, and it's been this way for years. When we are bombarded with rocket missiles, it goes over our heads. It's out of control. Not the rocket missiles, they don't go over our heads. The missiles hit just fine, believe me. The decision to launch missiles, that's over my head, out of my control. Bibi, Hamas, I don't care who you are. What I do know is that Bahrain suffers, Nahal Oz suffers, Kafar, Azah, Sidarat, and Gaza suffer. Believe me, every missile launched with only 4.5 kilometers between us causes the ground to shake the exact same way for both. This is impossible. Now I know there is much anger towards Bibi because I feel it. I feel very strongly in the moments I am able to feel anything at all, because as of late, this is not easy. I feel the anger because how many must die for him? How many people must die for his personal ego and his personal interests? I don't know if I already said this, but the missiles in this attack, even before the terrorists infiltrated, I heard more missiles than I ever heard in all my 19 years. Boom. A lot. And we immediately knew this was war. Before the terrorists, we are always the first to know, always the first to hear. We can hear it from where we are. The missiles, the ones that hit us, feel like missiles launched by my own government. Because this is the government that has abandoned me my entire life, and now we are experiencing the worst of it all. And if this isn't the worst of all, only God knows what is in store for us. Now, it is true that Bibi that, and truly I blame him 100% for everything. That is true. He chose to have us live this way. He chose to toss the Iron Dome at us instead of reaching a solution. And he chose a lot of other things as well. Our blood is on his hands. But it's not just him. He's the root of a much deeper problem, but it's not just him. If my words are heard by anyone, take a good look at yourselves. Look deep inside. Ask yourselves, what are your values? Ask yourselves, in light of everything you see around you, how do your values, the ones you hold, fit in with what you see? And ask yourselves that question. Ask yourselves, who is it that you vote for? Ask yourselves what it is that you are demanding. I am just demanding a just peace. I am demanding that Bedouins in the Negev receive the same support as Kibbutz Bahrain has. And we too did not receive support. Civilians came to our rescue. The government was nowhere to be found. And I am filled with gratitude for being at this hotel at the Dead Sea. But in a heartbeat, everyone here would give this up to get back those held hostage. By the way, I only once heard the government acknowledge the mere existence of how they are acting as though they do not exist. They drop bombs knowing that those bombs will cost them their lives too. The return of hostages, peace, fairness, and decency. If you're not interested in hearing these things I just said, then there is no hope. Take a moment, weigh my words carefully. Perhaps for some my words will be difficult to hear. It's hard for me to speak, you see. Perhaps for some my words will be difficult to hear. After what I went through in Bahrain, you owe me this much, you owe me this. Not in the sense of guilt, we are all dealing with a lot. Take some time, take a break, take care of yourselves, take care of your families. But you owe me this. Ask yourselves who it is. Ask yourselves what you demand and do not compromise. If you let hope die, you're letting the residents down of our kibbutz and Gaza. I have nothing more to say. Shalom. Salam alaikum. We're going into the last 20 minutes or so of the show here on The Long Way Round. Stay tuned after this show. We've got Nick Pankin with Freedom Highway, always a great show. Before we took that break, we heard, we heard me interpreting Hebrew. But then after that, we heard a couple of tracks from Hanya Rani, Ultra Terra, and a track named Hello from the album Ghosts. I'm going to go back to an artist we played earlier in the show named Tamar Nafar, a Palestinian artist. The title of the song is written in Arabic, so I'm unfortunately haven't quite mastered that language yet. So, but nonetheless, it's a beautiful piece of music. So here we go.
ما يوقف قولوا له ما يحط ستوب قولوا له بعدني برقص قولوا له بعده في يروح بعده في يروح بعده في يروح قولوا له بعده في يروح بعده في نار بعده في فيا 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 قولوا له بعده في يروح بعده في نفس قولوا له بعده في يروح يو 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 دي جي قولوا له بعده في يروح يا دوبني ذرة داخل مجرة نرحل مرة واحدة فلواتها رح أعيش مليون مرة أنا جيت في شغف أنا جيت في عطش أنا جيت أشرب هذا الكون جيبني يمين جيبني يسار جيب كيف ما تجيب رح أوقف كمل هذا اليوم بس سيطرش على الأحداث العلم هذا ضخم ولا بعرف أقعد ولا أحط إجر على إجر فأعطيني أنت موسيقتي أعطيني أنت منصتي بسيطر على كل شبر فأنا داخل المعارك مرة جاهز ومرة خايف بس المؤكد إني ححارب مش رح أمشي للهدوء طريقة هادية قول الدي جي ما يوقف قولوا له ما يحط ستوب قولوا له بعدني برقص قولوا له بعده في يروح بعده في يروح بعده في يروح قولوا له بعده في يروح بعده في نار بعده في فيا 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 قولوا له بعده في يروح بعده في نفس قولوا له بعده في يروح يو 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 دي جي قولوا له بعده في يروح هيا انت يا حلوة هيا انت يا بيوتيفول مالك واقفة عن بعد مالك في القرنة لو صار اللي صار لو ضاع لقاع منا كلنا فإلي شرف انه انا وانتي نبدا نرجع نبض وحيا للدنيا فقول الدي جي ما يوقف قولوا له ما يحط ستوب عندي مع مين ارقص قولوا له بعده في يروح بعده في يروح بعده في يروح قولوا له بعده في يروح بعده في نار بعده في فيا 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 قولوا له بعده في يروح بعده في نفس قولوا له بعده في يروح يو 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 دي جي قولوا له بعده في يروح بعده في يروح بعده في يروح قولوا له بعده في يروح بعده في نار بعده في فيا 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 قولوا له بعده في يروح بعده في نفس قولوا له بعده في يروح يو 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 دي جي قولوا له بعده في يروح
هبوا ضحايا الاضطهاد ضحايا جوع الاضطرار بركان فكري في اضطهاد هذا آخر انفجار هيا نمحق الظلام نحطم القيود شيلوا الكون جليلا حرا كونوا أنتم الوجود بجموع قوية هبوا لا حظ فرد غدو الأمم يوحد البشر بجوع قوي هبول الظفر غدو الأمم يوحد البشر. العمال والفلاحون جميعا حزب الكادحين الأرض ملك المنتجين فما بقى للخاملين كم تمزق اللحم منا مخارب المستانسين اجلوا سود الغربان عنا تشرق الشمس كل حين بدموع قوية قبول الظفر غدو الأمم يوحد البشر بجموع قوية قبول الظفر غدو الأمم يوحد البشر.
صلاة We just need more light We just need more light احنا والله منا بعاد بعالم صار ثلاث بعاد وما منا نتكلم عادي باشياء منا مخبينا الدنيا شريط بينعاد ضغط الصلب اللي ما بينعاد وقتين احنا على الميعاد بغض الحق تلاقينا
يا ليل ما أطولك مشيتني حافي
This never-ending night of longing and wondering, my hair has turned to white, my body's ill.
We've come to the end of the program. Thank you so much for listening, as always. I hope this has been meaningful or entertaining and hopefully life-affirming. We'll see you next week. And actually next week, Dean Jones is going to fill in for me, so because I'm going to be away. But I'm sure Dean's going to do a wonderful job. He's a good man. In the meantime, if the good Lord's willing, the creek don't rise. Shalom. Salam alaikum. Inshallah. See you next week or the week after.